Hi, everyone. It's Mrs. Burdick, the reading coach. I'm so glad that you're joining me today live. All right, I want to give a shout out to our Paget Patriots who might be watching either now or when you actually run the tape again. And I want to give a special shout to Silas and Everett. Hi, guys. How are you? All right, today I am going to share a couple of different selections with you. The first one is going to be The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. Now, when we read a book, and I'm talking about you and I, when we read a book, I like to organize the thoughts. So I'm thinking for The Giving Tree, I want to use an organizer like this one, where we're going to think about the character. Now, as I read the book, you're going to find out that the character is a boy. And what I want you to do as I read today is think about how the boy changes. So, what is he like at the beginning of the story? And then, what is he like at the end? And in order to know the beginning and the end, I have to follow along and think about him in the middle as well. And then, when we're done, I want to ask you this question. So, I want to tell you now so that you can ponder the question as I read. How and why does the boy change throughout the story? So let's get that in our mind. We're pondering this as I read the selection, The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. Are you ready? Let's go. Once there was a tree, and she loved a little boy. And every day the boy would come. There's our character. And he would gather her leaves and make them into crowns and play king of the forest. He would climb up her trunk and swing from her branches and eat apples. And they would play hide and go seek. And when he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. And the boy loved the tree very much, and the tree was happy. But time went by, and the boy grew older, and the tree was often alone. Then one day the boy came to the tree, and the tree said, "Come, boy, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and eat apples and play in my shade and be happy." "Oh, I am too big to climb and play," said the boy. "I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money. Can you give me some money?" "Oh, I'm sorry," said the tree, "but I have no money. I have only leaves and apples. Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you will have money and you will be happy." And so the boy climbed up the tree and gathered her apples and carried them away. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad. And then one day the boy came back, and the tree shook with joy. And she said, "Come, boy, climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and be happy." "Oh, I am too busy to climb trees," said the boy. "I want a house to keep me warm," he said. "I want a wife and I want children. Can you give me a house?" "I have no house," said the tree. The forest is my house, but you may cut off my branches and build a house. Then you will be happy. And so the boy cut off her branches and carried them away to build his house. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time. And when he came back, the tree was so happy. She could hardly speak. "Oh, come, boy," she whispered. "Come and play." "I am too old and sad to play," said the boy. "I want a boat that will take me far away from here. Can you give me a boat?" "Cut down my trunk and make a boat," said the tree. "Then you can sail away and be happy." And so the boy cut down her trunk and made a boat and sailed away. And the tree was happy, but not really. And after a long time, the boy came back. "I am sorry, boy," said the tree, "but I have nothing left to give. My apples are gone. My teeth are too weak for apples," said the boy. "My branches are gone," said the tree. "You cannot swing on them." "I am too old to swing on the branches," said the boy. "My trunk is gone," said the tree. "You cannot climb." "I am too tired to climb," said the boy. "I am sorry," sighed the tree. "I wish that I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I am just an old stump, and I am sorry." "I don't need very much now," said the boy. "Just a quiet place to sit and rest. I am very tired." "Well," said the tree, straightening herself up as much as she could, "well, an old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, boy, sit down and rest." And the boy did. And the tree was happy. The end. All right, let's go back to our organizer we were talking about before I read the selection. So, the boy was our character. What was he like in the beginning? And what was he like at the end? How do you know he made those changes? What kind of evidence do you have? All right, Pageant Patriots, if you would like to write that on a piece of paper, add it to your packet of work that you're going to be returning to school in a few weeks, or have a parent take a picture and upload it to our Pageant Patriot Pride Lands Facebook page. All right. Now, sometimes this particular graphic organizer is going to be the best one for a selection. I thought it was a good one for our giving tree because this book does show change from the boy, our character, at the beginning all the way to the end of the story. But for my next selection, I thought a different kind of graphic organizer would be good, the flow map. So as I read our next selection, I want you to think about the flow of events, the beginning, and then the different events that happen. Now, I only put two in the middle here. There are going to be more, so you can always add more boxes. But this is what a flow map would look like. And then we're going to talk about a summary at the end. So ponder this graphic organizer as I read aloud The Great Gracie Chase. Stop that dog. This is written by Cynthia Rylant and Mark Teague. Let's find out about Gracie the dog. Once there was a little round dog named Gracie Rose. She was a very good dog. She helped the bigger dog watch the house. She kept the kitty company. She even sang to the fish when it was lonely. You see, Gracie loved a quiet house. She loved the kitty sleeping on the windowsill. She loved the big dog sleeping on the couch, the quiet fish going bloop, bloop. For Gracie, a quiet home was the best home. Gracie Rose was a good dog in every single day of her life, except for one. The day the painters came. Gracie did not like painters, but she did not know this until the day they came to her house. So when they arrived one day to paint Gracie's kitchen, she did not like it. Here they came in a big, noisy truck. There they were at the door with their clangy ladders and big person voices. There they were dragging chairs across Gracie's quiet kitchen floor. Gracie Rose watched them with her ears straight up in the air, and she was not happy. She barked and told them to go outside. But do you know what? Gracie was put outside. And she did not like it, not one little bit. So Gracie, that silly little dog who loved a quiet house, decided to do something naughty. Gracie decided to take a walk all by herself. Someone had left the gate open, probably a busy painter. Gracie was supposed to be a good dog and never go through that gate by herself. But she did. And when she was halfway down the street, she heard someone say loudly, "Where's Gracie?" And that began the Great Gracie Chase. Because when the people in the house came outside to find her, and the painters came outside, and the neighbors came outside, and the garbage man stopped and stepped out of his truck, and the paper boy stopped his bike, and the delivery woman pulled over, and everyone said, "There's Gracie." Gracie started to run. Gracie did not know why she was running, except that suddenly everybody in the world was trying to catch her, and she did not want to be caught. So Gracie ran down the street, and everybody else ran down the street too. Gracie ran up the hill, and everybody else ran up the hill. Gracie ran across the schoolyard, and everybody else ran across the schoolyard. Gracie ran through the water fountain, and everybody else ran through the water fountain. Well, except for the cat who doesn't like water fountains. The chase got bigger. "Stop that dog!" everybody cried, which only made Gracie run faster. And soon the whole town was watching or running in the Great Gracie Chase. Poor little Gracie. She did not like this walk all by herself. It was too quick and too noisy, and all she wanted was to be beside her fish again. But she couldn't stop running now. Everyone wanted to catch her. So she ran and she ran and she ran until pretty soon the painters had to stop because they couldn't catch their breath. And the delivery woman had to stop because her feet hurt. And the paper boy had to stop because his bike broke. And someone else had to stop because she tripped and fell. And one by one, all the people had to stop because they could not keep up with Gracie. Then suddenly, Gracie realized how quiet everything was again. She looked behind her, and the whole world was quiet. People were resting. Oh, how nice, Gracie thought. So that silly little dog turned around and walked back home, all by herself. The painters did not return to Gracie's house that day. They had to go take naps. And once again, Gracie had a quiet home. She was happy, that silly little dog. All right. Now, I want you to think about the events that took place during our selection, The Great Gracie Chase. Stop that dog. What happened at the beginning? What were some of the events that took place? And then how did it end? Now, when you do this graphic organizer, I want you to write a summary on the bottom, but I don't want it to be a big summary. A summary, I just want one sentence. Remember, when you write a summary, it doesn't or shouldn't be the retelling of the whole story. You want to put it all together in just very concise manner. And I'm asking for just one sentence. So, Pageant Patriots, if you complete either or maybe both of these graphic organizers, have an adult take a picture and either upload it to Pageant Prideland's Facebook page or return it in the packet of work that you are going to bring back to school in a couple of weeks. Remember, subscribe to the Pageant Coaches Corner YouTube channel so that you can know when I upload brand new videos. I hope everyone has a great day. And remember, keep reading, stay safe, and be kind to each other. This is Mrs. Burdick out.